Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this Director of Football Challenge with Football Club Barcelona. As always, thank you very much for clicking play. And I'm just going to start this video off by saying a massive thank you to Kev Lelujo. He did a up-and-coming YouTubers video and I was astonished and honoured and amazed to have been included in that. And as a result, I've got a whole bunch of new subscribers. So hi guys, thank you very much for clicking on the links in his video and jumping into my channel. I hope you enjoy it here. So today we've got the first leg of our Champions League quarter final. So we'll show you the draw and who got who in that because we didn't show it in the last video. And we've got a few results to catch up on. We've got an injury crisis ahead of the Champions League as well. It's just shocking. You wouldn't believe what has happened in the two games coming up. Yeah, we've got a few results to catch up on, and we will be into this massive first leg of the quarter final. So let's get right to it. So here we go then. This is the draw for the quarter final of the Champions League, and as you can see, we have been drawn against Serie A champions, Italian giants Juventus. The first leg is in Turin. It's going to be such a tough tie. I'm not happy that the first leg's away either, because our away performances against some big teams in the two seasons that we've been doing this save have not been great. Some of the performances at Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, of course at Bayern Munich last season as well, they've just not been fantastic. So I'm a little bit apprehensive going into this game. Elsewhere, they're just classic ties, aren't they? Arsenal, Bayern, of course. Milan against Real Madrid and Chelsea against Galatasaray. I was praying we'd get Galatasaray, but unfortunately we didn't. The Chelsea-Galatasaray match is the other one going ahead tonight as well. So yeah, let's catch up on these matches since that Sevilla video. So just to recap then, that Sevilla match was an epic match, wasn't it? We finally saw off Sevilla 5-2 in the end with the Suarez hat-trick. We then got another two home games. We had 4 home games in a row, 3 in La Liga and 1 in the Champions League. So we beat Deportivo La Coruña 2-0, a brace from Moussa Dembele, who we gave 90 minutes to. He did really well. Couple of little injuries to Semedo and Deulofeu, but they weren't anything spectacular. It was a comfortable win, if not a spectacular one. And then we then followed it up with a 4-0 win in the second leg of our first knockout round tie with Eintracht Frankfurt, and we beat them 4-0, 6-0 on aggregate. Goals from Deulofeu, so you can see it wasn't a bad injury. He was back the next game. Rafinha, Di Maria and Leo Messi as well getting on the score sheet. And then came a first for this save. Back-to-back defeats in La Liga. Last season we lost 2 games in a row, one in the league and then one of the, I think it was a Bayern Munich match in Munich in the Champions League. But it's the first time we've lost 2 league games in a row and they were hideous performances. So we lost 2-1 at Atletico Madrid. It should have been 7-8. It was abysmal. You can see back up here we lost 3-0 in the Wanda in the semi-final of the Copa del Rey second leg, and it was just as bad a performance. We had 7 shots with 1 on target. We never looked like scoring. To be fair, Luis Suarez did put us ahead and it looked like it could be a good result for us, a good day for us, but Kevin Gamero scored a brace and it was Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's only got a 6.9. He was phenomenal in this match. He saved everything that came at him. We were absolutely shocking in this match, and it's something I really need to think about before we go back to the Wanda next season, because for some reason we just cannot get a performance out of the boys in that stadium. And then we went to Balaidos to play Celta de Vigo, and we were 3-0 down 9 minutes into the second half, and that was a horrible performance as well. Those first 54 minutes were terrible, probably even worse than the match before. We then moved from our 4-1-2-3 to the 4-2-3-1 that we have set up. It's fully attacking, it's more direct, it's more wingers rather than inside forwards, and we got it back to 3-2. We were brilliant in the final 35 minutes of this match, absolutely superb. We dominated the game. We ended up having more shots in the game than Celta did, and we were phenomenal. We just couldn't get the equaliser. But to be fair, when you play that badly for more than half the match, you don't deserve anything out of a game. Then Levante away, so we followed up 4 home games with 3 away games, and this one we finally got points on the board. A 4-2 win. Deulofeu got us off to a dream start. Nestorowski did equalise, but then goals from Messi with a penalty, and then another goal 6 minutes from time, and then Luis Suarez in injury time, and Nestorowski got a penalty to make it 4-2 as well. But it was a really good performance, this one. Once we got 2-1 up, it was a really good performance because we changed again to the 4-2-3-1, and it really worked wonders yet again. So it is something to think about going forward. And then came a home game against Zaragoza. We went back to the 4-1-2-3, and we dispatched them reasonably comfortably. Again, a second-minute goal from Ousmane Dembele. Shipacasa on loan from Atletico Madrid did pull it back to 1-1 on 20 minutes, but then we just blitzed them. I think we gave them it was either a get creative or a demand more team talk. Yeah, we scored 3 goals in 9 minutes. Dembele again, Paulinho, Messi. But Real Madrid just keep on putting points on the board as well. And this season is in danger of becoming a very, very damp squib. And you can see what I mean by that when you look at the league table. Real Madrid 5 points clear of us with 5 games to go. Remember, match day 37, we are in the Bernabeu, and I really don't want to have to go to that game needing to get something. I really don't, because I wouldn't be confident at all. Real Madrid I think they go to Sevilla on the final day. So if we could get a couple of points back on them by then and get a result in the Bernabeu, it would still all be on, but it's a big ask at the moment. So we mentioned about the injury crisis at the top of the video. You possibly saw it as we went through the results roundup. Marc-Andre ter Stegen is out. He's going to be out, possibly back in time for the game at the Bernabeu. He's got another 5 weeks out or so. And then in that game against Zaragoza, we lost both Luis Suarez and Moussa Dembele. It was both with injured ankles. I was shell-shocked. By the time Dembele went off injured, we'd made all 3 substitutions, and it was typical FM. The 2 games before a huge match with Juventus, and we lose our star goalkeeper and our 2 strikers, and they're both going to be, all 3 of them are going to miss both legs against Juventus, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen will miss a potential semi-final as well. It's just heartbreaking. I mean, we will be playing Leo Messi as the striker today, but I mean, you just couldn't make it up, could you? It's typical FM. Our opponents today then, Juventus. They need very, very little introduction. They are the dominant team in Italy, still managed by Max Allegri. They've still got Gianluigi Buffon in this, what were you, an 18-19 season. So in real life, he's actually retiring before this season starts. So that's quite interesting. Chiellini is still there as a vice-captain. Paulo Dybala is still there. Gonzalo Higuain is still there. If we go and have a look at the squad, it's just horrific, isn't it? They've got Szczesny in goal. You can see there Buffon is retiring at the end of this season in game, and it looks like Wojciech Szczesny has actually taken over the #1 role. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. Alexandro is still there. Marchisio, Pjanic, Khedira, Higuain, Mandzukic, Douglas Costa, Bernardeschi, Bentancur, Huvides, Talisca. I could go on and on and on. I won't. It's a ridiculous squad. It's in their own patch to start with. I just pray that we're still in this match when we get back to the Camp Nou. I really am. The reason I'm only doing the first leg in this video is because we had quite a few results to catch up on, and I'll be honest, it could be over after this first leg. Let's hope not. This is the team that we're going with then. It is strong, it's very experienced. So you've got Jasper Cillessen in goal, Jordi Alba, Samuel Umtiti, Gerard Piqué, Nelson Semedo at the back, Ivan Rakitic, Andres Iniesta and Paulinho in midfield, and then it's Dembele, Di Maria and Messi up top. The youngest player in that squad there is Ousmane Dembele, but he's still played 70 odd games for us now in his 2 seasons, so he's got plenty of experience. Cillessen hasn't played a lot for us, but of course he is a very, very experienced Dutch international goalkeeper. We have made a couple of little changes to the tactics. We have dropped the defensive line down a little bit because I don't want to be caught by Paulo Dybala going the other way. Fingers crossed. Wish us luck. Here are the two lineups then, and we're in the Juventus Stadium. It's called the Allianz Stadium here. Same sponsors as the Bayern Munich Stadium, of course. You see Szczesny in goal, Alexandro, Chiellini, Ruggiani, Mario at the defence, Khedira and Pjanic, a very solid midfield there. Pjanic, free kick specialist, of course. Then you've got Paulo Dybala behind Gonzalo Higuain with Tyson and Douglas Costa on the flanks. In terms of quality of the squad, it is pretty even. Of course, we've gone with Di Maria because we're playing Messi as a trequartista up top. Iniesta, Paulinho and Rakitic give us loads of experience in the middle. Let's just hope that we can get a score draw or a very narrow defeat with us scoring. So we are going to just calmly say first leg win will do us a world of good. Go out and grab it. Let's see if we can. Biggest game of the save so far. Vamos, Forza Barca. Here we go then, the players are coming out. I am so nervous. Really want an away goal is the first objective, and then to avoid a hammering is this second objective. Here's Di Maria playing it forward early. Douglas Costa now out to Tyson. Is there going to be an early chance of goal? There could be here. Alexandro's in acres of space. What are we doing there? Pulls it back across, and Higuain's shot is blocked for the corner 30 seconds in, and we've had our first chance of the match. Oh dear, this is going to be a long night. Ruggiani goes back to Chiellini here. So 12.5 minutes in. Nothing's happened since the opening 30 seconds. This is the first highlight since then, and Higuain is in and he's fired it wide. So quite pleased with how things are going at the minute. It's 0-0 at Stamford Bridge as well. As Chiellini goes with a strange throw. Pjanic back to Chiellini. Khedira, Dybala, don't let him on his left. Mario. This was one of, you get the tactical briefing before the match as Dybala gets it onto his left and shoots, and Cillessen saves. First save for Cillessen. Yeah, so the pre-match tactical briefing, I've never done one more detailed before. I went through most of the Juventus attack and was like, close down, show them onto the weaker foot, things like that. So hopefully that has some impact on the match. But that's a lovely move, and Ruggiani has fired it over. I couldn't be happier at the minute with the way things have gone. We haven't done an awful lot. It seems like dropping the defensive line back a little bit may have just worked a touch. We've also got Cillessen not as a sweeper keeper. We normally play ter Stegen as a sweeper keeper. Cillessen is just playing as a goalkeeper with a slightly deeper defensive line. So it's working a little bit at the minute, but here's Higuain. Oh, what a tackle by Rakitic, but Douglas Costa picks it up, surges forward. Higuain with the shot, and it's way off target. I'll face those all day long. Leo Messi down the left, gets a cross in. It's cleared away, and Ruggiani is a long way out of his defensive position. Douglas Costa now. Dybala dropping deep to receive the ball, and now running at us. Oh, and that's a super pass, and Higuain. Well, that is a counter-attack goal to savour, isn't it? Oh, that is horrible. I mean, it's a phenomenal run. Dybala picks it up way inside his own half, and what a pass. Look at that. What a pass. And Cillessen gives it up. Free kick for Dybala, floats it in. It's headed away by Piqué. Not very far, though. It's back with Higuain. Goes down the right. Two chasing him, but don't get to him. Oh, and he's come all the way through to Tyson and Alexandro, and a heroic block. You can see Chelsea have scored. Eden Hazard has given them the lead against Galatasaray. We are fighting a flood at the moment as Di Maria had a clear chance there. Oh, it's a shame he couldn't get that down and volley it. If he'd been able to chest that, get it onto that left foot, that would have been 1-1 for sure. As the corner comes in, it's headed away. Pjanic now. Oh, they're streaming forward, aren't they? But he's gone back to Szczesny. Chiellini now. Patient build-up. Goes out to Tyson now. We've got plenty of men back. We've got our shape. Hopefully that will see off this attack. Here's Tyson. Pjanic. Dybala. Goes out to Douglas Costa. Why are we not closing people down? Come on. Costa shoots and it's gone wide. They've had 13 shots. They've only put 2 on target. It's not been very good from them in terms of getting those shots on target, working Jasper Cillessen. Thankfully. PK out to Di Maria. Make the run, Messi. Make the run. There he is. Leo Messi coming forward. Gets the shot away and it's poor. Half time then, and it's 1-0 in Turin and it's 1-0 in West London as well. Quick look at the stats. Possession wise, it's 50-50, but they've had 13 shots to our 4, but we've both put 2 on target. I'm nervous, but I'm kind of optimistic that we can get a goal in this second half. We're going to deviate from the standard calm, and we're going to go passionately, and we're going to say, I don't think you've played as well as you can. Make up for that in the second half. It's gone down okay. Let's hope that works. That's a bit of a risk, deviating from the general just normally calm, but let's hope it has an impact. Got a free kick to defend here. Pjanic takes. Messi with a poor header away, really. Douglas Costa goes across to Mario and the volleys hit the post and Rakitic clears. Oh, that was a scare. Rakitic with the corner and it goes. Mandzukic heads away. Back to Rakitic though, and he's Iniesta with the fierce drive. It's blocked. The counter is on now. Douglas Costa stayed up front. He is quick. We're not catching him. We're not catching him. All we can do is cut out the cross, which is what PK does. Well done, son. So it's still 1-0 in both games. If we're not going to get an away goal, 1-0 is okay. But it's still risky, isn't it? Because if Juventus score at our place, we're in trouble. But Dembele could be in. Oh, big save, Szczesny. We're making a double substitution then. We are taking off Ivan Rakitic and Andres Iniesta in the heart of midfield because they're looking a little bit tired and we are definitely getting overrun. Sergi Samper and Rafinha, bit of youthful exuberance coming on. Hopefully gives us a little bit of energy. Not sure who I'm going to be taking off next. I'm thinking probably Paulinho, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Leo Messi with a free kick goes to Samper. He's tackled on the edge of the box though, and here comes the counter-attack. We've got plenty back. We should be alright. Here's Douglas Costa. He hasn't got room to run. Lays it off, and now Higuain has it, and Dybala to Khedira. It was a nice move, but it's a wild shot. There's 41,500 in the stadium. So they moved out of the Stadio delle Alpi into the Juventus Stadium, and it's much smaller, but it's purpose built, isn't it? And they are absolutely loving life in their new stadium. It's gorgeous as well. It really is. It's a real thing to behold for a brand new stadium. It's absolutely wonderful. And what a save, Jasper Cillessen. It was a good move, and that is a brilliant save from the Dutchman. And he's got a real chance now to establish himself in the team, of course, because he's going to be in it all the way up until pretty much the last 2 games of the season. So he's got a real chance to stake a claim. We've got 18 minutes to go. 1-0 isn't disastrous. Third and final change, and it's third and final midfielder going off. Denis Suarez coming on for Paulinho. Gives another bit of energy in midfield. Paulinho's really tired. A bit like Rakitic, he wasn't the fittest coming into the game, but I wanted the energy and the experience. Hopefully now a youthful midfield doesn't show their naivete and doesn't cost us the match. Here's Dybala across to Bernardeschi. And Higuain, oh, it's a lovely move, and we have conceded. Oh no. Blaise Matuidi has scored. Oh, we absolutely have to get an away goal now. 2-0 is a horrible lead to have to try and claw back, because if they score at the Camp Nou, we would need 4, and that is no mean feat. We're straying with kick-off. Messi to Samper and Rafinha. Can we get a goal back? I really want to go attacking and try and force the goal, but if we let in a third, we're in deep trouble. So we're just going to keep it as it is at the minute. If we do go 3-0 down, then we are going to go all-out attack. But I mean, again, it's been another disastrous away performance in a big game. It's happening every time now. Every match away against Real Madrid, every match away against Atletico Madrid. Every match away, when it gets to the business end of the Champions League, we're getting absolutely decimated. And I don't know why. It's really weird. Chelsea are 2-0 up in their game as well. Morata has scored, so that one probably is done and dusted. We've got a corner to defend, and Higuain has hit one, and Silerson with the save. He knew nothing about it. If anything, this is going to end up 3-0 rather than 2-1 because we are not in this game at all. So we've got a minute left and stoppage time, and we've gone for it. We've gone for the 4-3-3 attack. Basically, it's a 4-2-3-1. I'm praying that it can get us a chance. We've not been in the game. I'm throwing caution to the wind. It could be suicidal. I am desperately trying to get an away goal in the last 3 or 4 minutes of this match. Here we go. We're into stoppage time. We've got 2.5 minutes of the 3 minutes remaining. Can we get something? Suarez has played Messi in. Messi is in. Oh, that's the first shot Messi has had on target. And that is the worst shot I think I've ever seen from Leo Messi. And the shot deflector from Sandro there is saved by Silerson. I mean, that was it. That was our chance in the match. And I wouldn't have wanted it to fall to anybody other than Leo Messi. And I have never seen him miss like that. That was ridiculous. Ball is cleared. And we've got a free kick here, but we're going to lose this one 2-0. I don't think we're going to get back a goal here. We have got it all to do in the second leg. We really have. It's flicked on. It's headed away. Dybala can break. Here's Higuain. 2-0 was the scoreline I didn't want. Because what do you do? Do you go all-out attack from the start? Do you go with your normal tactic and see how it goes? What do you do with 2-0 away defeat in the first leg? Because if you go for it and you let in an away goal, you need 4. And we're not going to score 4 against Juventus, are we? The post-match team talk then, and we've assertively said I'm not happy with your performance out there, and it's gone down okay. It means nothing, does it? The post-match team talk means absolutely nothing. It has no impact whatsoever. But I'm very 1-0, and I'm not satisfied, but I can live with that. 2-0. I'm absolutely deflated. 2-0 was the score in West London at Stamford Bridge as well. Then Chelsea, pretty much, I would say, going through. If they throw that away in Istanbul, I would be amazed. So, as I said earlier, we have got Eibar at home in La Liga, and then we've got the second leg. So that is going to be episode 23, guys, the second leg. Can we turn it around? Send your good luck wishes in the comments, please, guys. So good. All you guys, all you new subs that have come along, and I can't deliver a win on my debut to you guys. I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully, we'll turn in the performance of a lifetime in that second leg. Hopefully, we'll smash Eibar as well in between. But guys, if you did enjoy this, then please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe as well if you haven't already, and turn on those notifications and never miss another video. And I will see you for the second leg in episode 23 very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.